This is an experiment for Tesla's one-wire energy. As you can see, I have a bunch of wires connected into a big tub with sand and water mixed in. There's no particular great thing about it. There's no salt in it. It's just sand and water. This is the power source that I use. It's a Tesla coil with a ZVS driver. I have a rod placed down the center of it. That connects to channel A on my rodent coil and goes out channel A on my rodent coil and then goes directly into the sand and water. In order to run this, we have to run the Tesla coil between 20 and 50 volts DC. For every 10 volts of DC power we put in 2 amps. A question that I get all the time is, do I add salt? No, I don't need to add salt at all. There's no reason to. I'm resonating the quartz in the sand. That's the whole deal here. That's why this energy works the way it does. It likes quartz, and it likes to resonate quartz. It's just the water mixture with the quartz that does it. Doesn't need salt in it. That's for saltwater batteries. That is not the technology going on here. Another thing to take into consideration is it's 2 a.m. in the morning. It's 41 degrees outside, and the ground itself is even colder than that, which makes it more impressive. If it was hot energy, these bulbs would never light up. It right now is about 2 a.m. in the morning. I'm outside, and I got my oscilloscope hooked up. Turn on the light. I have my ZVS here, and I have my Tesla coil with the wire rod running down the center, but I have it coming out the bottom this time. You see that little green wire? There's my rodent coil right there. Sorry for the bad pictures. I'm just trying to maneuver around. I got a wire connected to that. It goes right over here, goes into red, goes right into the mud. Now, I have a bunch of lights set up here. And what I wanted to do is see if I couldn't light all these up with just this. So, we're going to get it going here. What you're seeing is I'm bringing up the power. It starts at 10 volts and then it goes all the way up to 50 volts. Look at how bright that is. God, that's beautiful. Turn it down just a little bit. So what is it that we did? As you can see, each individual one is simply just has a wire into the mud. There's nothing really bad here. It's this. That's it. As soon as it makes contact, it turns back on. Now, I haven't grounded the other side of these. This is just from the one tub. Let's see if we can't get a better visual on this, because this is amazing. You know, when I do these experiments, everybody wants to know the voltage in amps. So right now, we're simply at 22 volts. So what does that mean? For every 10 volts, it's 2 amps. So in order to get it to light up like this, I had to put in 22 volts. considering I'm just putting wires into sand, that's not bad. That means that at 22 volts, I get 4 amps. So, this is it. Close to 50 now. And it lights up like sunshine. Now, I don't like to run it this high only because these MOSFETs in here are not rated for that. But just to give you some idea, this stuff works on pulling power. So we could probably pull a negative on this and get this thing going even better. So I got a request on this one. Not this particular part, but just if a tub is connected with the sand in it, can I go over here to another one? So we just have a wire connected to the actual light, going into the sand mixture with the water, and then over to here. Now I brought out right here just some water. It has some quartz in it. I'm going to set this over here to the side for now, because I want to switch them out, and I just want to show that it's still going to work. So let's just turn it on. And there it is. Right now I'm at 35.9 volts. That's not bad at all. All those are lit up. That one's also lit up. That's pretty interesting. It hasn't lost any power there. They're all the same. So we'll go a little closer. So that's the amount of energy coming out of that one. That's the energy coming out of that one, which is the same that's coming out of this one. Is it brighter next to the sand? Well, yeah, it is, because I haven't grounded the other side of it. But you can see pretty clearly it does work. So let's just get a good angle here. Make sure I put some light on it so that we can see, and I'm just going to swap it out. So there's one wire in there. Sorry, bad camera work. And the wire doesn't like to stay in there, of course. But we can see the mixture, it still lights it up. That's just some quartz and some water. Give me a second, I'll go get some regular water. See if it does it then. So, pull this out. We have it into the regular water. That light isn't on at all. Why? There's no quartz in there. No quartz in the regular water. Watch. Wiggle it, make sure we're in. Put it back in the quartz. Make sure we're plugged in over here. And there it is, it's lit up. Okay, let's test that water again, since we probably had a faulty line on the other side. Nope, it likes the water. There it is. It just lit up. All right. Pull the camera back. We'll see if it scales with it. There's no salt in here, by the way. I know a lot of people will try to say that, but there isn't salt in here. So there we go, we got it lit up. Now, if I put salt in there, could it run better? Maybe, maybe not. You know, at this point, guys, if you're thinking about salt, instead of thinking about the energy type that I'm using, you're just in the wrong place. So, one thing I will show you here, here's our resonance, right? We're down from where we should be. Now I usually run this at about 426. So we're a little bit low. And what that means is when we get this frequency at this right here, we don't get as much power out there because we're not resonating properly. You see, turning on, off, and on. You can see right there, it's far out of resonance. It was much higher a minute ago. There we go. We're right on the edge of resonance. That's what it is. Again, you see it go good. Turn it off again. And there it is. Well, now you see the difference. So what happens when you're on the edge of resonance? Well, when you go to that bad one, start heating up that clip. That's what happens. So you see it scales really well. I don't like to put it up that high because those MOSFETs aren't rated for that. But that's it. It works just fine. I know I'm going to get somebody that asks this question. So why is it working with the water when there's no quartz in it and there's no sand in it? Well, it's a very simple answer. The tub itself that it comes from has sand and quartz in it. It puts out the energy. The energy itself is interacting with the water molecules themselves. Therefore, anything you attach to it, it just has to have water to it. The main source has to have the quartz in it. It's as simple as that. All right, we have another experiment set up. We have the tub there and everything just plugged into that. And then I connected a wire over here to this bowl. It simply has sand in it. This right here is just a jar and it has quartz in it. And as you can start to see, we already started to light it up. Now, it's 1, 2, 3 things of water from the original source. It's still working. So let's see if it scales up a bit. Scales up nice and bright. Right back down, you can see how much gas is exciting in the tube. That's kind of cool. Like, you got your lightsaber? Womp, womp, womp. I got a confused one apparently. But yeah, that's cool. It still lights up all the way down. Again, we're still not grounded to the other side. So, pretty much an amazing technology going on here. But we could take a look. So that wire just goes right there to that. You can see the quartz down in there. You just see the 2 wires in there. Again, this is hilarious. It's just all shoved into this bucket. That's it. There's no connection to any wire. It's hilarious. Anyway, I'm going to do a couple more light features and call it good for the morning. But it's pretty interesting. So watch, we'll just go over here in my pajamas and we'll simply hook it in over here. flips. There it is. So funny. Hold on. Hopefully I didn't moon everybody. Lights off. Lights on. Lights off. Lights on. Oh, I don't even have to dig it in there. So what's the next logical step for this? Well, we know we can light up lights. And the reason we don't go to motors or anything yet is we're just trying to see the flow of energy, how it works, how it's pulling from the negative, how much we can put out. And then once we evaluate all that, we'll move on to motors and things like that. There's plenty of people doing cold energy experiments, and they're using motors in their experiments. That's where this is going to go eventually. But what I want to really get across here to people is that we can pull this energy with quartz and water. It's one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. This is one of the only technologies that I've ever seen that can get to quartz in this way. That's why I'm working with it just like this and not moving on to motors or something like that. Is it possible to do it? Yeah, it is. I've seen it done with other people's devices and they're using the same type of energy. What I want to do is get into the quartz angle of it. I want to amplify the quartz, then I want to write frequency onto the quartz. That's why I'm doing it this way. I want to change the way we see things and how we see how energy flows with quartz in our earth. That's the point here. Before we get out of here, I just want to let you guys know that I offer memberships on my channel now. It's a really cool thing. I do behind the scenes stuff. I give you more information. I also put things out early on it. All of my Fringe Think Tank Star Trek episodes will be on there. I just put out another one, a number 7 episode. Also, you're going to get emojis on there that you can use in the live chats. They're pretty cool. And as we grow our membership, I'll be able to put more emojis out there. Just a fun way to liven up the chat a little bit. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. And have yourself a great day. Thank you very much.